2018 Kia Stinger. This particular one is in the bad boy trim, so it has that twin turbocharged V6, and this one actually has all-wheel drive as well, but let's just get right into it. So under the hood here is that 3.3 liter twin turbocharged V6, and that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission to all 4 wheels in this particular one. It puts out 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. I'm sure not all of you are worried about fuel economy in this, but you are going to be getting 21 combined, 19 around town, and then 25 on the highway. Up front, I love the design language that they did with this. They have these cool LED lights on the headlights with those projector bulbs, and then they got this cool kind of like mesh grille, and this is actually one of these sensors that they kind of integrated into the grille that matches with it. That looks absolutely fantastic, but overall it has this very unique and aggressive front end to it. Coming around to the side, they've got these really nice rims with these faux center locks on them. You got those big Brembo brakes, and the Brembo brakes are up front and in the rear, and then you have these nice aggressive tires on them. Coming up back, it's got these nice signature LED tail lamps, and you do get a true quad tip exhaust on it, and it actually is a power lift on the hatchback, believe it or not, and it's got tons of space here in the trunk, and you do get a little bit extra underneath. But it's awesome that it's actually, it looks like a regular sedan, but it's actually hatchback, and then the fact that it also is fully powered, so you don't even have to lift it up yourself. Onto the back here, we can step in, and this is a little bit lower to the ground, and it's got a decent amount of room back here. You can see the sunroof open right there. You got these nice vents that actually feel really nice to touch. Everything in this car feels very nice and solid to touch. But yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, there's not a ton of space back here, but I mean, you can comfortably fit, you know, 2 more people back here. You obviously do get this seat, but the hump in the middle here kind of prevents from a 3rd person sitting back here comfortably. And it is going to have the keyless entry up front, but stepping up front, you got all your window controls, power adjustments for the seat, and like I said, stepping height's a little bit lower since this is a sedan. And if you look here, it's got all the regular safety tech. So you got the lane departure assist, you got the blind spot monitoring, you have this nice kind of flat bottom steering wheel with the cruise control over here, the mode selector over here for the radio, and then you get these nice paddle shifters around the back that actually feel really nice to touch. And if we look down here, we have the shifter for the, obviously putting it in the different gears, and the drive mode selector here, which we will look at in just a minute. With the electronic stability control, and you do get the heated steering wheel, parking sensors. It does have auto stop start, and then here's the function for the heated and cooled seats, which I'll go over in just a minute. And then here's the analog climate controls right here with the regular climate controls and that touchscreen. Seats are very nicely bolstered. They're pretty aggressive, but they hold you really nicely in place, and they're actually really comfortable. You get this nice felt lined glove box, and the interior trim on this is actually really nice. Everything looks nice and it feels nice to touch, and like I said, everything on this interior, everything just feels very high quality and very nice to touch. Start the Stinger, all you gotta do is put your foot on the brake and push the push start button, and it'll fire right up for you. Yeah, you'll see that it'll give you little warnings, and you do get a little heads up display too, if you can see that in the window right there. But this is what's really cool. So here's for the heated and cooled seats, and it's this little thing, and you can see it lights up here whether you do one or the other, and I think that's a really neat thing. And this knob feels really nice to touch, but it's really cool how they did that. And then if we do the drive mode selector, you got the Eco, you got this Smart, which will do everything for you, and it shows you on the screen here when you're going through the different modes, gives you a little setup. You got the Comfort, the Sport, and you can see that it does it over there too, and then the Custom for whatever you set it in, which is really neat. And then this touchscreen here has everything that you could want to use. So it's got all your phone controls, the navigation, everything. It's super easy to use. And something I forgot to mention is the key fob this comes with. So you can see like the lock and unlock, but the lock button is right here. It's almost like you're setting off an explosive. I've never seen a key fob like this. I think it's so cool. We're setting off here in the all-new 2018 Kia Stinger, and I'm actually really excited to have a chance to drive this vehicle. I've, kind of watched it all throughout the release and everything, but I haven't had a chance to actually drive one yet. And obviously I had to go for the one with the V6 because that's the engine that everyone's been talking about. They do have that turbocharged 4-cylinder that gets a little bit better gas mileage if you don't really care about all the performance, but you still want to have, the nice interior that this has, and actually, be able to have the Stinger. I said it with the other vehicles that I reviewed with Kia, is that it's just crazy how many features that they add to these versus how much they cost, and it astounds me. And the craziest part about this particular one is, from what I've read and everything, it's more on the performance levels of a BMW or an Audi or a Mercedes, but it's literally it's literally $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 less than those cars that they're comparing it to. And so you can literally say that this is a bargain for what you're getting. Yeah, and it drives super smooth. Like that 8-speed automatic transmission, it's really smooth with the gears, and so when you just have this in that eco mode, it's just super smooth driving. Have it in that eco mode, it soaks up the bumps really well, and it's just really comfortable to drive. So I just shifted it over into the sport mode, and I've already noticed that the throttle response is heightened, and I just had to brake there, decently heavy, and the brakes on this are fantastic. This car stops really well. Plus note isn't crazy loud, which I kind of like because it makes this car more daily drivable, because those louder cars, they kind of start to drone on and it gives you a little bit of a headache and it gets kind of cumbersome to drive. But this car is by no means, it sounds good, but it's not overwhelming by any means. So we're going to go on the interstate right now just to get a little bit of an acceleration run. I'm just going to create a little bit of space with the person in front of me, but we'll just get a little bit of an acceleration, and this all-wheel drive will grip quite a bit better. Oh yeah, it's quick. And once you really get into those turbos, it moves on, and I actually really like the sound that it makes. It's not incredibly loud, but it just kind of makes this low rumbly sound as you accelerate, and it sounds really good. I actually really like it. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but it's this like low rumbly sound, and I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. The car handles really well. I noticed that when I've taken it around a few little corners, the steering feels really nice, and it just handles well. It feels really sporty, so I'm surprised by that. This car would be such a fantastic daily driver. It's got all-wheel drive. It gets decent fuel economy for how much power this has. It's quick. It's sporty. I can understand why you would. Now this is making me question whether or not I should get one of these and daily one of these. It's so nice. But yeah, what I'm gonna say overall impression wise is, if you're in the market for a sportier sedan and you're kind of sick of the same run-of-the-mill luxury stuff, I would check one of these out. I know that it's not going to have the BMW badge or the Audi badge or the Mercedes badge, but in terms of performance and handling and just overall capability, this car it's crazy. I don't know why you'd even, other than getting that badge, I don't know why you'd get the other brands, because this car, just the fit and finish on it's so nice, and yeah, it's such a fantastic option. Yeah, I can understand why people are raving about these. This car's crazy. Hey, so it's gotten pretty noisy outside, so I'm just gonna finish it here. So this is the all-new 2018 Kia Stinger. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought. If you're stopping for the first time, subscribe, and I'll see all of you in that next video.